Welcome back to a vintage story tutorial. In this tutorial I show you how to make all the bits for a Helve hammer, and then I actually put the hammer together so that it works and you can see it working with all the bits. I have a tutorial on how to build a windmill, and I will put the link to that tutorial in the description. I'm going to go very swiftly through building the windmill, and then we'll get on to the detail of the Helve hammer. I hope you find this a useful tutorial. Right guys, I am going to build a windmill and a Helve hammer up on this hill. And the reason I'm building it up here is that I don't want to extend my build here upwards, but the higher the windmill, the more effective it is. So this is a natural hill. I don't know what they're called, whether they would be mesa, but they are definitely natural hills that form in this desert landscape I have here, which I think is exceptionally beautiful. So I've utilised the top of a hill. Now the first thing to do is to build a windmill. So what we're going to do is we need the rotor, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of sails. So, okay, let's go up here. Now, I need an axle first. Right, so let's just come down. And I need one of these axles. Right, let's just move that off the bar, put that on. Alright, going up here. Now, let's just pop that. As I remember it, you have to stand on the side to get it the way you want, but obviously not that side. Right, okay, let's come back a bit. All right. Oh, I'm just a little bit forwards, aren't I? There we go. Now, onto this, we're going to fit the rotor. I'm still too close to it. There. Now if I'm correct, these 4 sets of sails, that's it. Oh gosh, and we're underway guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, don't you just absolutely love the sound? Now we need, the power is coming along this shaft, and we need to turn it downwards by putting another gear there. Then we're going to go down the ladder a bit, and then if we put an axle here, that's it, the gears should, they self-correct, and then the axle comes down here. Right, oh, wonderful. Okay, and I want, that's 1, I want 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brilliant. Now I want to turn the gear again. So I'm going to put that down, and as soon as I put another axle down, it will turn it this way. So our basic windmill is up and running. I'm leaving this ladder here in case I need to amend it. Now we need to go and get the parts for the Helm hammer. Let's make a toggle. We need a hammer, a chisel, planks, an axle, planks, and a piece of fat. So, I can't remember how many planks. Hammer, chisel, axle, piece of fat. Oh, in there. Right, obviously more planks. 3, 4. There we go. 4 planks on either side, and that gives us our toggle. Now, the next thing to make is the break. And we make that with a piece of wood and another axle. I need another axle. Right guys, let's make the break. Let me just look up the recipe again. Oh, press H. Here we go. Here we go. Right, got it. So, hammer, chisel, lump of wood, axle, break. Perfect. So we have the wooden toggle and the break. Good. In order to make a Helve hammer head, you need this mould, which is a Helve hammerhead mould. It's very easy. It's a normal mould. You get the clay out. When you put the clay down, it is here. Helve hammer mould. It's obviously, when you make it, it's raw. You have to fire it, but then it's ready to have the smelted iron poured into it, or whatever you want to make your hammerhead out of. I've got enough to make 400 units of bismuth bronze ingot. My goodness, that's difficult to say. I have roughly estimated, because to make bismuth bronze you need roughly 50% copper, 10% bismuth, 20% zinc. So there's the copper. That is the sphelerite, which is zinc, and that is the bismuthinite, oh my goodness, that makes bismuth. So I've got 44, 24 and 12, and that will create 400 units. Now, I'm not worrying about getting to 300 units. As long as I get a round number, I can put the remaining unit into an ingot mold. Now let me just check. This one has a smelting temperature of 271. Coal is 1100. 419, and that's 100. So we're okay on brown coal. All right, so what I'm going to do, of course, is to light up the fire and wait for this to smelt. Good, there we go. Let's take those off the bar. All right, let's wait for that. It's starting to warm up. Good. Let's wait for that to warm up. Look at this. Just about coming to the end of the smelting process. Let's take that out onto our bar. I'm going to take the black coal out, but we've got a lot of heat in there. I'm just going to put some fire clay in there now. Let's get this cast. That's the 300, and we've got 100 over. There we go. Right. Pop that back. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? We just have to wait. I mean, this will make, I don't know, whatever I want it to make. But that needs to cool, and then we can pick up our hammer head. This is cool enough to get out of the mold. We have our Helm, our Helve hammer head made from bismuth bronze, and I put the ingot over here with the pile of bismuth bronze ingots. Excellent. Now to put together the Helm hammer. Now we need to make the Helve hammer itself. We've got the Helve hammer head, and I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Yes, that is the Helve hammer. Now, what we're missing, we've got the brake, we've got the wooden toggle, we've got the Helve hammer, but we also need the Helve hammer base. So let's have a look at that one. Half the key to this is knowing exactly what you need. So it's 3 planks, a piece of fat, a hammer and a chisel. Okay, so 3 planks, a piece of fat, I think this is the right layout, a hammer and a chisel. Yes, that is the Helve hammer base. Okay, right, good. Just checking my bits: toggle, axles, Helve hammer base and brake. Good. Now, as soon as it's light, guys, we will go and build the Helm hammer. Right, guys, I have put this together. Now, the windmill here is powering this shaft. I could have put this bit, which is the toggle for the Helm hammer. You can see that the power goes into this side and turns the shaft in the middle. If I'd put it here, the Helm hammer would have gone to that side, and I wasn't sure how, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces for it. 1, 2, and it wasn't big enough. So what I've done is I've turned it, but if you don't have such limited space as I am, you could attach this toggle where you see this shaft here. It would be there. You just attach it onto there. But because I wanted to turn it to the side, then I have put, like a normal windmill for grinding, the power comes down here. This is an angled gear, and when you first put them on, they just look like one of these little cogwheels. As soon as you put something next to it, the second one appears. The power goes through here. Now, to turn the power, I put another angled gear here and attached the wooden axle here. That has turned the power. Now you can see that this toggle attaches straight to the axle. The axle goes through the toggle, turning it, and this brilliant cog here, it's absolutely gorgeous. It turns the hammer. Now, the hammer head support goes on the opposite side to the way in which you want the hammer to go. So you put it on the opposite side, and then you put the hammer on the toggle, and it comes out the opposite way to where the support is. And logically that's right, because now I've got it working, I can see that there is a bar going through this end of the hammer on which the hammer turns, and then the cog turns it. So this goes the opposite side from the way the hammer goes. The hammer is absolutely beautiful. I have put a brake on. I put the anvil in after I put the hammer down. I'm hoping it's in the right place. Easily moved if it's not. And then I put a brake on the side, and it took me some time to work this out. But you have to put the brake so that this axle goes all the way through. Then this little lever on this side, if I click on it, it gradually brings it to a halt. Click on it again, the wind has stopped, but it will start up. There you go. There you are. So basically, because I had to turn it, I needed an extra gear and an axle. Otherwise, this slot would have gone straight on here. So, power comes down, angled gear, wooden axle. If you want to turn it, another angled gear and another wooden axle. The toggle attaches to the axle. The Helve hammer base goes on the opposite side to which you want it to go. You then put the Helve hammer onto the toggle, and once you've got it up, you can put your bronze anvil under the hammer, and then the brake goes this way. I mean, I could put this lever on the other side, it's just more convenient for me on this side, so that this shaft runs all the way through. This is a beautiful, beautiful mechanism. I absolutely love it. The next thing to do is to try to make a copper plate, and this is where I will know whether I've had to move a forge up here, guys, and obviously, oh, go back, let's light it first, make life simple for ourselves. Okay, so we're going to try and make a copper plate. I, of course, was that a drifter? Oh, for heaven's sake, go away. Yeah, I've been besieged by them here. Not surprisingly, it's not totally well lit up here yet. It's actually a very tuneful sound. I don't find that unpleasant. Right, I'll come back to you when this is warmed up. Right, our ingots are now at the right level, so let us come over here. And this is where I hope it works. We want a copper plate. There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at that, guys. Wow. It's fascinating, isn't it, watching it come out? It seems to go in a very, very logical order. Much more logical than when I'm bashing away at it, I'll tell you that. Question is, have I got it right? I've seen it with anvils the other way around. I've not seen it with anvils this way around. Wow. We stand here in the darkness with the creaking of the windmill and the Helm hammer bashing away at the molten metal, or hot metal, it's not molten. Now the big question is, will we have enough wind? Deserts are not greatly windy places. Wow. Perfect. Guys, we have a copper plate. So I'm just going to have one last look. Axle, one angled gear, axle, one angled gear, axle, toggle. Helm hammer base on the back side of it, Helve hammer, brake, hammer goes on there. Now, how far away can we hear that? Let's go and have a look. Let's bypass all the drifters. Can we hear it in the bedroom? No. Now we have to get a better housing for it. I am so proud of that. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to race over here and I am going to make a copper lantern because I cannot resist making a lantern with the first ever base that we made on a Helm hammer. Look at that, guys. Wonderful. That is a trophy lantern. And in the meantime, we now have a windmill hammering out in the desert. And there is plenty of room should I want to make one for grinding, which I am very, very likely to do. So I might just do that as well. Okay, guys, well, I hope that has been helpful in putting together a Helm hammer. Bye-bye.